What's up, guys? Piper here bringing you a video of a flying cow trying to disengage back and failing. What are you doing? God damn. Anyway, in this video today, I'm going to be talking about WoW. And I don't know why I had this, like, memory. I just remembered it for some reason today. And I had no idea, like, why it popped into my head. But I have this really, like, vivid memory of me playing in vanilla. And this was back when I didn't even have an account. My dad had an account. And I would... Why can I not attack? The fuck? I don't have a weapon equipped. That's gonna be the worst start to a BG ever when you go into a BG and you realize you don't even have a gun. Luckily for me, I just crit that guy for 100 fucking K. Jesus Christ, sir. I kind of just pooed on your face a little bit there. I'm sorry. But yeah, I kind of got a lot of people on me here. I gotta pay attention. I fucking run into a BG without a gun on. What the fuck was I doing outside of the BG that I didn't have a gun equipped? I don't even know. Jesus. Anyway, so I come in, like, I have this memory, and it was of me playing a Night Elf. Now, I've never had a Night Elf character, so I was trying to remember what the fuck, and, like, how do I remember this? And I realized that what I remembered was playing one of my dad's characters back when he played WoW. And the character's name was something like Nexus, or something along the lines of Nexus. It had Nexus in the name. And I remember looking at the character screen and being like, oh, I really want to play that. And it was like a level 52 hunter. And it was like, the reason I really wanted to play it was because it was like this night elf and she had armor on. I couldn't believe what I was looking at the time. Like, this is fucking amazing. And she had like this white tiger next to her. He had tamed the STV tiger back when she was an elite. That is, what's her name? Baghera, whatever the fuck her name is. And it used to be like an elite tiger. And that was super hard to tame, so like that also like impressed me. Like, oh, he's got this fucking badass tiger. And back then I didn't understand how pets work, so because I thought like he tamed an elite, that many had an elite pet. And this guy's just running around like a fucking badass. I have to go kill this guy. You cannot run around like a badass in the BG Pypo, dude. I'm sorry. It's all over for you. It's all over. And so I'm like, oh, I want to play it. I get on the character, and he's in where was he? Ashenvale. He's in Ashenvale. And I see him in Ashenvale. I'm like, looking at the map. I'm like, I haven't actually even looked anywhere on this fucking map. Like, I've never traveled anywhere. I've never done anything. I just saved Meg from a fucking chaos ball to the face. And I'm like, so I'm gonna go like just search around. I'm gonna go search around like all over the fucking place just to see like what's out there. I have like, this is the first time, like, my first introduction to WoW. And he wasn't home, so like I didn't think I was even allowed to do this. I just knew his password, so I got on his account. And like he probably would have been pissed off if he knew. And I start running around and shit, and I get to Crossroads. And I got to Crossroads, and I'm like, what? Like, this was my first experience with the opposite faction. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I get there, I'm like, what? I just run into the city. Like, I had no idea, and immediately I got guards on me, and it scared the shit out of me. I run the fuck out, and I have like all these guards, and then these players started chasing me, but I didn't know they were players. Like, there's two guys on mounts the same size as mine, the same speed as mine, even though I think they were level 60s, but they still had like the lower speed mounts. That was super common, by the way, because back then the mounts costed a K gold, and a K gold back then was some fucking bullshit to get to. Like, it's a lot of money to K gold. Jesus Christ, sir. And I'm stunned. I don't like stunts. Why do they have a rogue on the flag? That's kind of weird. Oh, flag cap for Pypo. Wait, what? What? Man, every time I talk about fucking having shitty internet, look at this shit, man. Shitty internet at its finest. God damn it. And of course he pops karma, so he's not gonna die for fucking years. Oh my, I can't believe that shit. I'm sitting there clicking it. I'm like, fuck yeah, cap for Pypo. And then he just somehow managed to get that cap. Look at this. I'm gonna run over, click it. No. Oh, maybe he gets it. At least one of us fucking got it. Oh my god. Oh, I'd hate to be this guy just logging in and getting fucking just jumped by 3-4 people in their base. God damn. Anyway, so I'm running away from Crossroads. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm running. And they chase me. And they chased me all the way to Durotar. And I was scared shitless. And I kept like doubling back and trying to get away from them. I was trying to like do all these, like, in my mind I was like, if I just do this, if I just double back this way, they're not gonna know how to follow me. And of course they can see me. I'm like right there in their sights. Of course they can see me and follow me. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. You got that kid logic going on where you're like, I'm the smartest person. I just thought of like new war tactics that I should call the fucking army up about right now and tell them they need to employ me to fucking control their troops because I'm a legendary warrior who knows how to fucking manage an army. Like, that's the kind of shit you think as a kid. And I'm like, fucking, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna double back. And I double back, and somehow they like just get like in a range of me. I think one of them in range. I can't remember what classes they were. And back then, it's so clear in my mind what they looked like. Like, one was no, they were both orcs. on like these weird mounts that I'd never seen before. I think they were just wolves, but at the time I'd never seen them. I'm like, this is fucking. I was kind of scared. I was like, oh my god, I'm just getting fucking chased, and they got no signs of stopping. They're on me. They're saying shit that I don't understand and slash yelling shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, I'm scared shitless. And eventually I double back, and one of them like dismounts and hits me once, and it dazes me. And I'm like, oh, I got scared shitless. I dismount, and I fucking like immediately get jumped by the other one, which I think was a warrior because I remember him like closing the distance really quick. Like he got on me, fucking fast. And that's the first time I even saw a charge because I had never played a warrior. Like all this stuff that was happening was completely new to me. And this guy just charged me out of nowhere with this huge two-handed axe and hit me in the face, and I died. And I was like, I was fucking broke. I remember getting killed, and I didn't even understand the graveyard system yet. So I thought when I got killed, I had just got my father's character killed in game, and like that was it. Like that was the end. That was like I just fucked my dad over so hard that like I literally I quickly like exited the game thinking for some reason it wouldn't save or something like this. Like there's still like the online like continuous gameplay wasn't like completely fathomable to me yet. Like because this is the first game you got to keep in mind that I had ever seen that was like this. Like I didn't even know like what the concept of an MMO was. And I'm like, this is fucking insane. I just fucked my dad over so hard, killed his character. I don't know how to like go back. So I just exit the game. I exit the game. I didn't touch WoW until he got home like later that night. And all he did was get on like, oh, did you play WoW today? I'm like, yeah. I'm so sorry. I got on your fucking whatever the name of the character was. And he's like, oh, it's all good. It's just he's dead, so I know what's going on. I was like, it's all good. Like it's all good. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I killed your dude, man. I got hunted. I told him the story. He thought it was fucking amazing and funny, but like at the time I was freaking the fuck out. And just that I don't know what caused that memory to trigger in my head. I don't know what it was. I was just playing WoW today with fucking these guys, chilling out, doing some BGs, and all of a sudden that memory just pops in your. How does memory work? Like you just have this shit in your skull that you don't always have access to. Like if I tried to remember, if I just went, I'm gonna remember all the stuff I used to do in WoW. Like you wouldn't even be able to access that shit. It's there, but like you cannot like summon that memory to the front of your brain. Like you cannot get on that shit. I don't know what it is. This guy pops fucking karma on me, so I'm just gonna get away from him. I'm not gonna attack you, man. I'm not gonna attack you with karma. What do you think this is? I'm getting CC'd here. Jesus. I hate when I get like scattered and it completely changes the way like you're facing and shit like that. It's like, what am I even looking at? What am I even looking at, sir? God damn. But yeah, we got a flag. Meg got a flag. I was about to say Mag. Fucking Mag up in this shit. But yeah, I don't understand how like that is a thing. And like there's this whole like other side of like the memories, and there's like people who like their job is to like get you to calm down and talk you through your memories and access your memories that you can't access. Like what? How can you cannot control your own brain? Like it's crazy to think that. Like, and the fucked up thing is I don't know if this is true. I might be talking absolute shit, but somewhere I read this that you don't actually remember the memory. When you remember something for the first time, you're remembering it happened. Like, say you did something right now. You hear me say, Pypo Gaming sucks. You hear me say that. You remember me saying Pypo Gaming sucks. But when you remember it the next time, if you remember me saying that shit, then you're not actually remembering the original time it was said. You're remembering the memory you have of it. And that's why, over time, the memories get more jaded and weird and, like, foggy. Is because you don't have the original memory anymore. You're just remembering a memory. This has got 17 layers deep all of a sudden, and I'm sorry, but it's fucking fascinating to me. I have no idea if that's true. I've read it somewhere. I can't remember what the source was. I might be talking absolute shit, but it's just super interesting to me. It's super interesting, like the way the human body, the brain works. Everything is so perfect and yet so fucking broken. Like it's amazing that how we function, how we fucking are as a human race and like a being. And like our intellect is so weird. It's like sometimes you get lazy, you can't tap into stuff, and it's like, God, and you have to like work hard to be happy sometimes. It's like, why? Like, oh man, it's weird. But yeah, anyway, it got me thinking. Like, I wanted to like know what your guys' original like thoughts, if you have any memories of like back playing vanilla, the first time you played WoW, or stories like that. Because I'm actually really interested. Because for a lot of people, I think WoW was the first. It's that first MMO experience, which is why the game is so like heavily criticized. Because everyone has this like amazing memory of it, like they want to hold dear to their heart. They're just like, I want to hold this thing here. It's like, I remember being so fun. Of course, like you remember being so fun because it's the first time you ever experienced that. That's the thing. Like I look at the game now, it's fucking. If you got this back then, you'd think it's just as amazing as it was. You think it'd be more amazing. You'd be amazed by it. But vanilla was so unpolished, so buggy, and it was almost broken in some fucking respects. That like a lot of bad stuff happened, but because it was the first time that anything like that had been done on that scale, that everyone like almost it was like people came out of the woodwork to play that game. I don't even know where they came from. I mean, I was too young to be in the gaming scene before then, but I just came into the gaming scene as well. It was released, and I got into it about a month or so into vanilla. Like I didn't actually play from the start. I think my dad did. I still remember. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I remember the phone call my dad had to me because I used to play Warcraft, and my dad knew I loved Warcraft, even though I sucked at it. I've been bad at all those kinds of games for my entire life. I've been bad at StarCraft, Warcraft, those strategy games. My strategy is shit. My strategy is build a bunch of Marines and try and kill someone. It's like in the first 5 minutes because I don't know. Once it gets to the end game, there's too much stuff going on my screen to understand what the fuck's happening, and it freaks me out. I'm like, I can't handle all this shit. My actions per my mouse movement. If you had to click in WoW, I would be so fucked because my mouse movement is terrible. Like my right hand for some reason is just not as good as my left hand. I am left-handed, but I'm ambidextrous. Like I don't know if anyone else is like this. I write with my left hand. I throw with my right hand. But sometimes I'll throw with my left hand. I kick right-footed, but I also kick left-footed. I don't know what the fuck is with me, but I'm ambidextrous. But it's almost like a bad thing because I don't have like a super strong hand. Everything's just even. Whereas other people I think have like this one strong body part that they can just fuck people up with. Whereas like with me, it's like I'm just all average. I'm just all average. I don't know. Anyway, I got off topic. So he called me and I was like, this was after my parents had got divorced. So when he called me, it was weird, like, cause that was like it was still that early period of like a divorce people go through where you're not supposed to call each other and talk to the kids and shit. Like, you're not really weird. Oh, well, if your parents haven't got divorced, you'd have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But there's this real weird period, like right as it happens, where you're not supposed to call each other, you're not supposed to talk to each other, you're not allowed to talk to the kids. Like, if I was at my dad's house, it was weird if my mother called us, or if I was at if I was at my mother's house, my dad called us. It was awkward. It's like, why is he? Like, my mother would get all weird and shit. But he called me and then he asked to talk to me, and my mother put him on the phone to me, and he started to explain what was happening in the game. Like he obviously was like sitting at his computer like playing WoW, and he's like trying to explain to me what's happening. And he made a torrent. The first thing he ever made was a torrent. And he's like, I'm currently playing on a torrent. And he's like explaining to me like what it is from Warcraft. He's like, those big guys with the huge stick things that they smack people with. I'm like, yeah, I know what they fucking are, man. And he's like, fucking, I'm playing as one of those, and I'm a druid that's casting like these magic green balls at like wolves and shit, and I'm skinning them once they're dead. And for some reason, that was the most amazing thing. When he said that, he's like, and I'm skinning them, I'm collecting their skins, and I'm handing in quests and shit. And I'm like, it blew my mind. Even though his description of it was terrible, like as far as like what WoW actually is, like his description is like, I'm killing boars in the forest and I'm skinning their corpses. That to me was amazing. I'm like, even just I was super hyped, because I'd never even heard about it. I was too young again to even like be on the internet looking up shit. Like I didn't know like there was even a beta. I didn't know there was fucking anything remotely even involved with an expansion for the Warcraft franchise. I had no idea. So when he called me, it was the first time I'd ever heard about it. And just those few words he said, I turned to my mother and I was like, "Is it okay if I stay at Dad's for the week?" I think that was the only time in my entire life where I was like, "Can I? Hey, Ma, is it alright if I just go stay at my dad's house for a little bit?" Like, because I always favored my mother. And yeah, when that happened, I was like, "Fucking, I'm going there. I'm going there." And we were fucking, and I would sit there and just watch him play, like that. It's super weird to me that I was so interested, and I was so involved with this game from an early age that I was happy just to sit there and watch that shit. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, I'll fucking watch it. I'll watch you play." I remember like there's this run we would always do. If you guys played in vanilla, you'd probably know what I'm talking about. If you started a dwarf or a night elf or anything like that, actually, no, it wouldn't have been dwarf, would it? Like anyway, for some reason, it was never Stormwind for us. We always made Night Elves, and it was never Stormwind for us back then. For us, it was Ironforge. And when you're a Night Elf, you do the start zone, and you complete it in about 2-3 hours. You go to the next zone, and in that zone, there's a boat to take you to wetlands. And in wetlands, you can run from wetlands, follow the path all the way round until you get to Iron Forge, and it's this huge. I remember the first time I ever did it. You like go up this path. I'm getting killed by crocodiles and raptors immediately. Eventually, get to like a clearing, and it was like just this run was so entertaining and fun to me. Like, you'd go run around this path, all this this fucking green trees hanging over. Like I'm seeing a lake for the first time in my entire life in a game. And I'm like, this is amazing. And you go through the tunnels. You get to these dwarven tunnels. You're just running through, and you're like, this is amazing. I was so amazed. And then you go through like these huge, like there's these dwarf statues and shit. You go past them and up this winding path. You go through another tunnel, and there's like orcs on the other side that kill you every time you go through one of these runs. And we would do it every time I made a character. We'd run to Ironforge. I don't know why. We just did it. Man, so yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what like your original, memories of WoW is. I'm really interested. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Have a good day. Have a lovely day, guys. I'll see you next video. Oh no, Pypo! Pypo! Pypo, don't do it! Come to your sentence, Pypo, no!